Alô, ouvintes da Rádio Eldorado. Bom, a nossa reportagem vai conversar com a Laufey. Estamos em São Paulo e ela se apresenta no Popload Festival. Laufey, thank you very much for having us. So how are you doing today?
I'm doing really well. I'm so excited to be here. I've had lots of pão de queijo, so I'm ready to go. I'm truly, everyone's been so nice, and Brazil's a place I've been wanting to come for so long, so it feels good to be here.
So is this your first time, right?
This is my first time, which is like, feels so weird because I feel like I've talked so much to the Brazilian fans on social media and obviously love Brazilian music, so it feels right.
You have like an army on social media because they love you so much. And, do you have like any connection with Brazilian music? Because listening to your work, I do recognize a lot of bossa nova on that.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I'm so very directly inspired by Brazilian music in so many ways. And I love bossa nova. And I grew up listening to also a lot of Carmen Miranda. And I feel like Brazilian music has been such a tent pole of my music that it's fun to come here. And I don't know, I listen to so much music of Brazilian music in Portuguese. So getting to come here and everyone's speaking Portuguese, I'm like, wow, it's real. It's not just like a figment in my ear.
And do you know how to sing any Brazilian Portuguese songs?
Okay, I was trying to learn Perdido de Amor, but it's a hard language. So we'll see if I get there. I got the first few lines a little bit, but it feels still just like I'm copying sounds, and I really need to know what the words also mean instead of just being like Perdido de Amor. But we'll see.
Okay, so can we expect that on the show or no?
I don't know. I'm so nervous to sing in different languages, especially ones like Portuguese that are so beautiful. But maybe I'll do a little bit of something.
Okay, so this new album, It's a Matter of Time for Matter of Time, comes out.
Yes.
And you have these two singles, Silver Lining and Tough Luck. And they are talking about, in my opinion, different moments in a relationship. Silver Lining is talking about I'm madly in love with someone. And then Tough Luck, I feel that is about ending. Do you agree? And can you tell us a little bit more about the new album?
Yeah, it's kind of an album. I mean, it's written about my own experiences for sure, but I really wanted to highlight all the emotions, the dramatic big emotions that people, and especially women, go through even in one day. And I think in my past songs, past music, I kind of just had almost these kind of emotions that are okay to show the world as a woman. And then with this one, I'm going more into rage, lust, anger, delusion, trauma, these feelings that I think are a little embarrassing to show sometimes. And I think I haven't shown the world. So that's what I'm kind of excited to show. And Silver Lining is the most in love song on the album. And then Tough Luck is the most I hate you song on the album. So everything's somewhere in between.
I'm happy that I got it correctly,
Yes.
but there is a part a thing that makes a man a man. That's so smart of you. Yeah, I really like that part of.
I mean, I didn't have to be that creative because that's what somebody said to me. So it was no, it's fine. I remember when he said it, I was like, damn, you suck, but that's a great lyric. I was writing it down. It was so funny.
So talking about your lyrics, you do a lot of love songs and heartbreak songs. Mm-hmm. I mean, how do these emotions influence on your songwriting?
I think because I didn't grow up dating. I didn't feel desirable growing up. So I didn't get to I didn't have like a middle school boyfriend or anything like that. Like I was very old when I started dating first. And because of that, all of these emotions around love and heartbreak and felt so huge, you know? I was like too old to be experiencing it for the first time. I was like analyzing it too much, you know? It's something that, you know, is supposed to come so naturally, but to me it hit me like a truck. I was like, oh my God, like I'm so in love, but I'm gonna fuck it up, or sorry, I'm so in love, but I'm gonna mess it up, and or you know, heartbreak, feeling like it's completely ended your life. And so I think that's why I love writing about love, because it is also this one thing that everybody in the world goes through, but nobody's really figured out.
And you have this song that comes out in your first album, Everything You Know.
Mm-hmm.
The lyrics is Everything I Know About Love.
Yes.
And you released it at 2021, 22, right?
Yes, yeah.
And have you learned anything new from love in 2025?
I definitely have. I've definitely have learned so much about love. I mean, I've been in love now, and in that first album, I called it Everything I Know About Love, but really I knew nothing about love. Like that was kind of like my joke. The whole thing was like, I know nothing about love. But I think what I've learned is that I didn't realize how much you learn about yourself when you're falling in love, and how when you're in love, you actually can't hide any part of yourself from that person. And that's what this album, you know, in a grand way is also about. It's a matter of time until you find out everything about me. It's a matter of time until you find out I'm crazy. And if someone loves you through all that, then then he's a keeper.
That's real love.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I relate so much on this particular lyric of this line of promise. It hurts to be something. It is worse to be nothing with you. What does that song like mean to you?
You were off to a bad start with being like, I relate to a lyric from Promise, because that is such a sad song, and I hope no one relates to it. But yeah, I mean, I remember writing that lyric and thinking about how it felt like I was in a cage. It was like, well, I'm damned if I do, and I'm damned if I don't. And it's, I think, a dilemma that a lot of people come across, because we want to ultimately do what's best for ourselves, but what's best for ourselves is sometimes not in line with what the heart wants, you know? It's like the head or heart thing.
I mean, your songs, like most of them tells my story, my love story. So that's why I like your work so much, because, you know, I can't, you just describe it, my feelings, and thank you for that. You play like this important role in new jazz movement, and like gets this new generation to like jazz. How do you feel about it?
I mean, it's cool. I've always loved jazz music, and I want my music to serve as a way for people to learn about jazz music, you know? It's like, because not all my music is jazz, you know? A lot of it's inspired by classical music, by bossa nova, by pop music. So it's kind of like a mix of many different things. And but the jazz part is, you know, something I care about a lot. And my hope is that people, I don't know, like almost like train their ear to my music, and then, you know, maybe go listen to like a Miles Davis album, and they're like, oh, I've heard that lick somewhere. And, you know, it feels like a little bit more like it's theirs, you know, and not just something that feels like it's for really educated people or people from the past. Like it can just be music to enjoy as well.
Yeah, and I mean, you are perfect between like Taylor Swift and Miles Davis, because you can do pop, lo-fi, and jazz with so good on that. And talking about like Popload Festival, you're gonna share the lineup with Nora Jones, who I know that you are a big fan of, and you guys have this EP song, 2 songs on that. How was like to work with her?
It was so surreal. I can't believe that it happened, because I'm such a fan of her still. It was like I was sitting in the studio and hearing her sing, and I was like, whoa, like she's real. Like, this is not, because Norah Jones I've listened to since I was like a kid. Like I don't remember a time where I wasn't listening to her. So it was really amazing, and she was so kind, and she's been through so much, and all of her experiences, though different than mine because they were in a different time of the music industry, or I don't know, she gave me such good advice. She
So yeah, I mean, I really can see the you have a lot of things in common. You and Nora. I mean, you both play really well, like the piano and the guitar. How many instruments do you play actually?
I play not that many. I went to like a music school where everybody played like 25 instruments. So I'm definitely but I grew up playing piano and cello. So those were my main instruments, and I kind of taught myself guitar, but I'm not that good. I want to be better.
Yes, you are.
No, I like learned that on YouTube, which is cool. But like with my very classical background on the other instruments, it feels like not good enough.
No, you are good enough. Coming back to like new generation and jazz, you have a foundation, right?
I do, yeah. It's called the Laufey Foundation, and it's kind of it was born from my passion for music education, and my mother is a violin teacher, my grandpa was a violin professor, and my grandma is a piano professor, and music education has given me so much. I really wouldn't be where I am without all my musical education, and I see my friends who grew up playing music and where they are now, and whether they're doing something completely different or if they're still doing music, I just see the impact that it's had on them. So I kind of, I grew up very privileged in that my mom is a violin teacher, so I always had access to instruments and music lessons, and I really want kids to have the same experience regardless of their background, and especially in the US where arts funding is being slashed so much, and we'll start there and eventually grow, but I want kids to be motivated to continue playing, and whether it becomes a career or not, something that follows them for the rest of their life, because music gives me so much joy. So
That's really, really cool of you, really pretty. And our time is like ending, and I want you to send a message for your Brazilian fans.
ooh, into the camera or just okay. Well, hi. I love you so much, and thank you for supporting me, and I'm so excited to be here and play a concert. And for all of you who aren't here in São Paulo, I will come back and I will play more.
Laufey, I hope you have a great show, and I'm really anxious for the album, and I hope you come back soon for us to talk more, and
I will.
and a lot of shows in Brazil, a big like tour in Brazil. So thank you very much for your time.
Thank you so much too.